it says this, rejoice in the Lord always. I'll say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Paul says that rejoicing goes with prayer, right? Thanksgiving. That's how we encounter it. And one of the best ways to experience God's present peace when we're anxious is to remember his past peace. Remember what he did in the past for you? And what I have found is that if I'll go back to the past peace, when God showed up, remember that time when you were stressed and he showed up? And, oh, yeah. Remember that time when I needed a job and he got me a job? Remember that time when, so-and-so got sick and then yeah. Remember that time? Oh, yeah. And by the time I walk my way through the past of God's peace and faithfulness, I get to the present and there's a garrison of peace guarding my heart. It's Jesus surrounding me again. And then what I find as well, when it says the Lord is near, it's not just speaking of God's presence now, it's speaking of his future presence. And we believe that Jesus will return one day. That we're not just going to heaven, but heaven's coming to earth. And when Jesus comes, he will do away with all death. He'll do away with all anxiety. He'll do away with all pain. No more tears. And what I have found is when I'm presently anxious and I begin to focus in on the future peace of his coming, one day it's not going to be this way, God. One day evil won't reign. One day sickness won't reign. One day, God, anxiety won't dominate. Fear won't dominate. What I find is as I go and look to the future, somehow that future peace begins to slowly make its way down to the present. And I have this garrison of peace in the present moment around my heart. When the problem is worry, the prescription is prayer, and the promise is peace. So friends, church, would you ask him? And shall we ask him? This morning, what I want to